In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet the tulip stitch. Really lovely one row repeated pattern, so it's the same on the front as the back, and the magic of this stitch is that you don't have to put a border on because you get these lovely scalloped edges around your work. So let's have a look at the tutorial. So for this tutorial I'm going to use an Aran. This is a Stylecraft Aran. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. I have scissors to cut off my end and a needle to sew in my ends. So we're going to start off with a foundation chain. So we make a slip knot. You can do this in whichever way you prefer. And our foundation chain needs to be made in multiples of 4. So yarn over and pull through the slip knot, that's 1, yarn over, pull through the chain, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video now whilst you make your foundation chain in multiples of 4, and I shall see you in a moment. So I've made my 20 chains. So we're going to start off by making a treble stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So we don't count the one on the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and in there we're going in with a treble, so yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. We're going to do another treble stitch in there, so yarn over into the same chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then we're going to do a 3rd one in the same chain. Remove my hair. We're then going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in the next chain we're going to do a double crochet. So these are all UK terms, so double crochet in US terms would be a single, and a treble in US terms would be a double. We're then going to skip 2 stitches, 2 chains, 1, 2, and we're going to do our 3 trebles in the next chain. So 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and then in the next chain we're going to put our double crochet, and that just sort of anchors the whole thing down. In the next chain we're going to do 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and double crochet in the next stitch. So work your way down the row, so skipping 2 stitches, in the next one going in with your 3 trebles and 2 chains, and then a double crochet into the next chain, and I will see you at the end of the row. So there's my row 1 complete. Row 2 is the repeated row of the pattern, and it's a really simple row using the stitches we've already used. So I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to turn my work. And we're going to be working into the 2 chain spaces we created from the previous row. Now be very careful not to go into these spaces just above your chain row. We want to go into the 2 chain spaces within that sort of shell shape. So in those 2 chain spaces we are going to make 3 trebles, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then 1 double crochet. Then we're going to skip straight over to the next 2 chain space, go in with the same combination, so 3 trebles, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and 1 double crochet. So it's a 3, a 2 and a 1. Over to the next 2 chain space, 3 trebles, 1, 2 and 3, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. So we're going to do that all the way down our row. So pause the video now whilst you get to the end of the row and I shall show you what happens next. So I'm just coming up to my final double crochet, and that is the row finished, and it feels really strange because you feel like you should be working into these stitches here, but we're not. So if I show you the start of the next row, so I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work, and then working into that 2 chain space with the same combination, so 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, 2 chains and 1 double. What you see happens is you start getting the scalloped edge along the side of your pattern, and that means you don't have to put a border on it, which is the beauty and the magic of this stitch. So to continue this row, we'd go into the next 2 chain space with the combination of 3 trebles, 2 chains, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. So I'm going to work up a few more rows for you to see how it looks, and I shall see you in a moment. So I've just worked up a few more rows for you to see how it looks. Let me just come in a bit closer there. So you get this beautiful stitch. There's actually quite a drape in the fabric, and this is with an Aran or a worsted weight. But what I really love is this pattern around the edge. You don't have to worry about getting your straight edges. You've got this lovely sort of scallop pattern around, so you don't have to put an edging on your blanket. It's just really nice. Would be really nice on the edge of a scarf as well. So it's not too dense of a fabric. It's actually quite a nice texture to it, and just a really lovely stitch. So that's how to do the tulip stitch. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up because it does help YouTube to show it to other crocheters. I will put 2 more videos on the side here to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!